Hi there. Do you know any control freaks? I do. And I don't know about you, but I am sometimes visited by the powerful suggestion that if I would just get everything under control, get myself, get you, get what I want to have happen, all organized and directed and commanded by me, then things would go well. Finally, if I just get enough tools, just get enough skills, and just get enough power to do it, then it would all work. Do you know that suggestion? Control. What do you do about it? Many of us who recognize the inner struggle, that inner temptation we have concerning control, tell you something like this: you must give up control so that God can be in control. Is that true? I don't think it is true. That statement indicates that you are the problem, when I don't think you are the problem. It suggests that you have a problem with control, but I don't think you do. Since you were born all over again through faith in Jesus' cross and resurrection, you are not the problem. You have already lost everything that was the problem. There was a problematic former you. You know about that one, an old you, but in the same way that there was a former covenant, an old covenant, which has now been replaced by a new covenant through the death of Christ, so you have been replaced by a new you. That's a big deal. As there is nothing you have to do in order to earn or become anything in the new covenant, the change has been made, it's all secured, it's all good. So there is nothing you have to earn or become as a new you. The change has happened. It worked. Yours is only to grow in believing the change has happened for you. It starts there. If you don't know or believe the change has occurred, then you will be in error, which hurts you, of course. Because you don't know the cure of Christ, you'll be forced into misdiagnosing yourself and then treat yourself as though you are sick. This will become a sort of twisted caricature of Christianity. While perfectly cured, you'll deny your health. Does that make sense? Well, of course no. It doesn't make sense. Does it make sense what I'm saying? You'll frustrate yourself by looking for health, which would be freedom from a former you based upon what you do rather than upon what Jesus did. It's already happened. That can't work. Of course not, because he's already done it. What he did is your cure and health, not what you do. Jesus was in he was in the eradication and the reconstruction business, but you're not. You never were. It happened. It worked. He did it. So the old covenant has nothing to do with the new covenant. In the same way, the old you has nothing to do with the new you. You are new. So stop being induced or stop deriding yourself as though Christ's death and resurrection made no change for you. It did. Romans 6 tells you that you were crucified with Christ, and a new you was raised with him and in him. How good is that new you? Did Jesus get you right, or did he mess up? Are you the first one? I don't think so. I think his cross and resurrection worked for you because it included you. What do you think? That's the issue. That's what's important. What do you believe? You are well with God. The old has gone and the new is here. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17 says that. So you're not a control freak. Neither are you your own worst enemy. Neither are you God's problem. That's all done. You're a new you, and you've been given a new way to live. Ephesians chapter 4, verses 22 through 24 read this way: You were taught with regard to your former way of life, you know, the way you used to do things when you were a control freak, when you had a problem, when you were a problem, to put off your old man, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires, and to be made new in the attitude of your minds. Think about what happened. And to put on the new man, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness. Whoa, you're good. So, instead of telling you that you must give up, you must surrender or lose control, give up control so that God can take control, I would say it this way. You used to have a control problem when you were the problem, but now you don't because you're not. You used to be deluded by a belief that restraint and domination and command was the navigational way forward. But you don't have that belief anymore. You know better. Don't get confused about the problem because it's not you. Instead, stay in step with the truth and with the Holy Spirit who is living in you right now, at this moment. Because control is not the problem now that you're alive and you've got Him. You've got His life inside of you. Believe, and life is with Him. He's the one. See you later.